Welcome to Central Park, Wigan, the home of the greatest rugby league club in Britain. A club that has gone from strength to strength, breaking all records and piling success upon success, and turning this famous game into a family spectator sport. The past season has been one of the most spectacular in rugby league football, with Wigan gaining honour after honour and taking the Challenge Cup at Wembley for the 4th consecutive time. And in the run-up to winning the championship, Wigan had one of the toughest experiences that any team could have. An experience referred to by John Mooney, their coach, as mission impossible, having to battle their way through 8 games in 18 days. And with all this action and more to follow, it's now back to the studio, where I shall join you in a few moments. After the great success of the Cup and League double in 89-90, Wigan made a distinctively shaky start to the 90-91 season. They struggled against Sheffield and could only make a draw. They then had an extremely difficult run up until Christmas, and they lost on New Year's Day at home to Warrington. At this juncture, only the most ardent of the Wigan fans would have been sanguine about Wigan's subsequent success. But highly motivated by John Mooney as the coach, the players gave total commitment, unbelievable physical prowess and unrivaled rugby talent as they won the trophy again at Wembley and topped Division 1 table of the Stones Bitter Championship. As you watch again these tries and goals that were scored during this fantastic season, I'm sure you will relive again the great thrills and the excitement with which the Wigan team provided us in the 1990-91 season.
Today's game, Wigan against Barrow, the first round of the Greenhorns Lancashire Cup. One of the few trophies that eluded Wigan last season, what was a memorable season for all Wigan supporters and players alike. Barrow, relegated from the First Division last year, now in the Second Division. They've got a new coach in Steve Norton. A lot of aspirations this year for them, but it should be Wigan into the second round. So Wigan having a lot of possession, but the Barrow defence just hanging on. Dean Bell, first action. Oh, what a break from Dean Bell. Superb! This could be a try for Edwards. That's a beautifully judged kick. Edwards dribbles, picks it up, scores a try. What a superb piece of play from Dean Bell. As Gregory takes it one out. the runaround. And the wide ball. Dean Bell on the ball. Oh, what a try. Dean Bell. We've seen little of Mark Preston so far. As Wigan move the ball wide, there's a gap on this side. Edwards decides to link with Greggy. Greggy to Bell. Bell accelerating. Botica inside. Great piece of play to Forshaw. Superb skill from Wigan. Dummy inside, and Platts hit the gap. He's got support on his left. Edwards is there. Beautiful play. Sean Edwards strides over. In fact, Jed Byrne has come onto the field in the centre as Gregory makes the break. Goodway is there. Links with Bell. Bell's got Preston outside, but he won't need him. And Bell looking really sharp. Goulding finds Gregory. Good link again to Bobby Goulding, so it's Goulding to Gregory, back to Goulding, and Bobby Goulding links with Edwards. And Sean Edwards is going to sail away for another try. And again, Martin Dermott showing his speed off the mark and good defensive qualities as Marwood punches it downfield. Now, is there any room for Steve Hampson and Mark Preston? Botica links well. Beautiful play from him. What timing! What superb play. Edwards' hat-trick under the post. Dermott the dummy, and Dermott the try. Martin Dermott for Wigan. And the free kick to Wigan. Edwards calling the tune. Not 10, I think, as David Campbell says. He should be back. In fact, they moved the same time as Andy Platt moved, and not when the ball has been played by Martin Dermott. Quick tap. Dermott goes. Oh, outrageous dummy. A smiling Dermott. Betts takes the drive, tries to go on his own, rolls over, he's strong, he scored. Wigan should score. As Goodway flings the long ball. Botica takes it. Botica goes in. Bruno Botica has scored, much to the delight of this Wigan crowd, in the right-hand corner. But Barrow covered really well then. Lydon linking with Platt. Good play. Mike Forshaw inside to Hampson. Change of direction from Steve Hampson. He's got strength and ability and a try. Good linking there, quick hands. Goodway in the clear. Andrew Goodway opens his try-scoring account. That could well be Wigan's last. We're well into injury time. Lydon adds the points, gets a big cheer, and Wigan have hit the 70 mark. 70 points to 8. And as far as Wigan's concerned, you've been made very welcome here, have you? And your family's all settled in?
Yeah, very welcome, too welcome at times with a few guys out at a few bars. It's been great. They've made me feel at home and feel a part of Wigan.
And your wife and children?
They're loving it, playing netball, and my little girl's at school now, so she's enjoying it.
Of course, there's quite a New Zealand connection here with Kevin Arrow and Dean Barrow, and of course Graham West, who came here back in '82. So you've got a few people here with...
There's a lot of Kiwis around, so it's like being back at home, I suppose, yeah.
Well, you've had a good start. What about the goal kicking? That was certainly been a problem as far as we're concerned in the past. And you kicked well today. You hit the post. Was it twice or 3 times? 3 times, actually. Yeah, I've been practicing. I mean, if it comes down to the nitty-gritty where there's 2 players who are exactly the same, then maybe the goal kicking will help me as well. So I've got to keep that up. So you're determined to keep your first team place here at Wigan? I'm going to try my best anyway, yeah.
A brilliant Gregory dummy put Goodway through for Wigan's first try. But Widnes were to come back strongly and beat Wigan by 24 points to 22. Jonathan Davis making a touchline conversion in the last minute, and so Wigan took an early exit from the Lancashire Cup.
Sheffield having won the toss, simply Wigan to start the game. Hanley directing operations already as Joe Lydon kicks, doesn't reach, and it's fumbled. But possession regained by Sheffield, and so 15 yards out. Wigan down, a good attacking position. They've been here nearly all the game and haven't been able to go on. Goodway charging forward. Held just short. Goulding trying to force his way over. and the referee has given it. Not a spectacular try, but at least it's Wigan's first try after 16 minutes. Right under the post now. Can Wigan turn this into points? Edwards, the guiding hand. Wide pass, but there's an overlap as it goes out onto the wing, and Wigan should be in at the corner. Onto the scrum half, Aston. Aston holding it up. There's a big gap, and look, they're over under the post. 24 minutes gone, and Sheffield regain the lead. As Goulding comes up, out to Edwards. Edwards, a little overhead kick, and has he been obstructed? Referee said no, and Wigan are in. That kick of Edwards has brought the try. And that puts Wigan into the lead. The score has seesawed throughout, but a penalty to newly promoted Sheffield Eagles finally brought the scores level to 18-all, and so Wigan's first league game ended in a draw. Well, Kevin, I'm sure all the Wigan fans are highly delighted to see you back in Wigan. How long do you think it will be before we see you in a cherry and white jersey again?
Well, you know, if all goes well, I'll give the knee a good run this week, and if it comes out, you know, pretty good during training, I'll try to give it a go against Castleford.
So we can expect to see you in a really hard game. I mean, not saying that today's not been hard, but I expect it will be tough at Castleford, won't it?
Yeah, you know, if everything goes well during training, I'll try to get a spot on the team, but if not, you know, it could be another week or so.
Well, today's been a bit of a shock result for most of us in Wigan. How would you interpret it, or what would you put it down to, the fact that we only managed to make a draw?
Well, Sheffield played very well. You know, they strung a lot of good moves together, and I don't think Wigan, you know, really hit their full straps. But, you know, it's a long season, and like I said, Sheffield played well, and, you know, but there's a lot more to come from Wigan.
Gregory working a little switch. And Wigan are through, they're going for the line. Can they get it out? Onto Iro. Iro's gone for the line. And Iro's in. Well, it was that man Gregory who set it up. Edwards waiting behind to play the ball. Switches it out onto the narrow side, onto Hampson. Hampson a long one. Wigan going on to Bottiger. Bottiger streaking for the corner. And he's in the last minute. Out to Gregory. Gregory doing a dummy. Gregory dummying. Gets the ball out. Can Wigan go for the corner? Myers is in. Myers is in. Set up again by Gregory. Gregory holding it. And Gregory's made a break. He has support. Lobs it out. Out to Bottiger. Bottiger turning inside. Finishes that beautifully. Great try by Bottiger. Wigan still playing it tight in the forwards, and it broken through. Great play, he's got support on the inside, and it's Edwards who takes it. Has he got the speed? Edwards is good, and Edwards is over. Little overhead kick. Bell's first up there, takes it cleanly. He has support, gets it out to Myers. Myers going down, he has support inside. Myers is going for the line, and he's in. A great run by Myers. He beat player after player. On to Gregory. Gregory hoists a high one. Got snow on it. They go up and it's loose. Wigan have taken, got it out. And Wigan are in at the corner. Wigan are in at the corner. Well, it's been a great game for Wigan and the Wigan spectators. And so Wigan have got drawn the first blood in Yorkshire this season with a final score, Wigan 38, Castleford 18. It's always hard to come and win at Castleford, and at half-time it looked as if we had a struggle on our hands, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Castleford scored about 7 minutes before half-time, and I thought, oh no, you know, I really looking ominous for us, but we came back and Frano scored a good try right on half-time, and I think Castleford were looking a little bit tired just before half-time. And then they came out and Wigan stepped it up, and great performance for the 2 points.
Does John Money give you real inspiration at times like this when you're suffering at half-time?
Yeah, he's not the great shouter and baller in the dressing room. He talks sensibly and constructively, and if the lads carry out to what he says, you know, normally we end up with a win.
Well, now next week we have former second division opposition. Do you think it will be as tough next week as this week? And will we see you back in the ranks next Sunday afternoon?
Well, that's a few questions there, John. We'll start on. I'm hoping to be fit next week. Obviously, Rochdale newly promoted, but so was Sheffield a couple of years ago, and what a hell of a game they gave us last week. We're lucky to get the points. So I think we're taking every game as it comes and treat them with as much respect as we've treated Castleford today. And I think hopefully it'll be a Wigan win. It's a great boost today, I think, and once you get that roll and the winning rolling going, I think we'll take some stopping.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. And now we're looking forward very much to next week's game at Central Park when we take on former second division opposition Rochdale Hornets. Botica having a run from acting half-back, trying to batter his way through on the halfway line. Bobby Goulding to Gregory. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards doing a turnaround. The break is on. Goodway busts through brilliantly. Looking for support. Gets it on to Hanley. Hanley lobs and it could well be a forward pass, but Wigan are in. And that's the opening try. 31 minutes gone. Edwards takes it. Turning it on to Gregory. Gregory dummying. And Gregory's Goodway's going for the line, and he's well tasked, but that was a nicely worked move by Wigan. Split them open there, but the cover came across. Gregory holding it, puts in a little grubber kick. It's over the try line, and the try is given. Gregory's little kick through has brought Wigan a try. In it goes, out to Gregory. On to Edwards. Edwards dummying. On to Hanley to Gregory. Gregory shimming his way through. Can Wigan keep it moving? They're going for the line. Bell bringing Botic inside. And he's over. Wigan lining up now in the fifth tattle. Gregory holds it, puts in the grubber kick. Edwards is chasing it with Myers. And they dive, and Wigan have scored. Joe Lydon in, and Rochdale dying to get a try, failed to do so. Not the most spectacular of games, but at least it's another 2 points. It turned out, Harry, to be rather a harder task than we thought that it might have been.
Well, we knew that was going to be quite hard. They've come up from second division to first division, and they got stuck in. They got amongst us. They played quite well.
I felt that at one time there was a lot of frustration coming into the Wigan play, that they couldn't get the moves going.
Yeah, well, as we've just said, they certainly tackle well, and they broke us down quite well. And we put moves on, and they didn't come. They didn't come quite right, but I'm sure we'll be right.
How do you think our two wingmen are fitting into the team? They seem to do quite well this afternoon.
Yeah, well, they've both been given the chances, and they've both played really well. At Castleford last week, they played well, and to be honest, I thought they played very well today.
Are all our players back at peak fitness now, or are some of the players still struggling a little?
Well, there is a few knocks and injuries, but you get that at week in, week out football, don't you? But they've certainly trained well.
Sunday, September the 30th, Cal Scarrett makes his debut for Wigan against Bradford Northern, but unfortunately for Wigan, they have a sad day as they lose by 1 point, and Ellery Hanley is dismissed at half-time by referee Robin Whitfield.
Hanley sidesteps inside, looking fast, looking good. Now this is the Hanley of old as Myers takes the ball and kicks ahead. Has he gone too far? Wilkinson obstructs. Has he got the try? And he's got the try.
Both him and Craig Richards have took the ball up real well coming out of the Bradford 25 and made good yards.
Well, there's the other man, Richards. Richards striding away. What pace for number 8. And he's got Medley with him. Inside is Simpson.
Wigan at this point were behind by 3 tries to 1 at 16 points to 6. Then a Hobbs drop goal was to make Wigan's task even harder in the second half. But Wigan clawed their way back, first with a try to Betts from a beautifully slipped ball by Lucas. Then a try for Dermot after he gave an outrageous dummy. After good goal kicking by Botica, Wigan were trailing by 1 point at 19 points to 18. A called try and a Hobbs goal stretched the lead further, but Wigan were not to give up, and Lydon scored a great try and a goal. Bradford retaliated by pushing the scrum over the line, and Croft brought the score to 31-24. But a late try from Edwards and the goal were insufficient to bring Wigan into the game, and the final score was Bradford 31, Wigan 30.
What a great piece of play from the two halfbacks.
Welcome to the boulevard on this beautiful autumnal afternoon. Strong breeze blowing down the field, and this should be a great clash between top of the table Hull, who are on a great run, and Wigan, who are fighting to get back into form, suffering from injuries and suspension. Well, there's a lot of fierceness, as I was saying, in this attacking, and it got a little too fierce, and Lydon has gone back to the dressing room. Stabs at it, and it's there. 4 points to 0 to Hull. Right on the line, Harrison moving it across, and there's a big overlap, and Hull are in. Another Wigan player limping. Hull keeping it moving, as if it's red hot. It's entertaining stuff. They should be able to, with the superior numbers and the superior strength. Surging down the field, Iro goes back, and they're keeping it moving. And Hull are in at the corner. They've struggled hard all afternoon against the elements and against bad luck, and eventually they managed to get over in the corner to make it now Hull 24, Wigan 4. Well, Maurice, today must have been a big disappointment for us.
Well, obviously, John, a dreadful disappointment. But when we had Joe Lydon sent off in sad circumstances after just only a few minutes of the game, then of course lots fell apart. We didn't have the kicking game that we hoped to have with Joe, and of course in the same passage of play we lost Andrew Gregory as well, and with scrum half position having to be taken up by Sean Edwards, no one playing a kicking game at the back, we were disjointed, and I think we were really left with too much work to do.
And they've all come off, I think, very battered and very bruised. Is this going to have much effect, do you think, on the important game next week?
Well, it's bound to. I just hope that tough guys can get through it. But Dean Bell took a dreadful clash of heads smack in the mouth, which has necessitated 25 stitches. Thank God we had Dr. Zaman with us today, and he was absolutely magnificent, used all his skills. We've had Kevin Ira with a suspect hamstring again. Andy Gregory, when he kicked through and was challenged by two of their players, unfortunately, has got both thighs very badly bruised and a necessary x-ray to a knee, which is going to be the real major problem for us next week, and possibly for Great Britain to follow that. We've got Joe's disciplinary to come up Thursday. We've got Dennis Betts, who also came off rather dizzy. So, all in all, we've really got a whole lengthy list of injuries which probably won't sort themselves out until even past the disciplinary on Thursday, right up until Saturday morning. Not the ideal preparation for Australia.
Australia turning out today an almost full-strength test team. Wigan suffering from injuries received over the last couple of weeks, but I've no doubt that every player who turns out for Wigan will be fighting for the honour of Wigan and for the honour of Great Britain.
Well, I went to St Helens last week, and St Helens were very poor, obviously. But I think, really, that if we had a full team on, everybody 100% fit, this thing applies to Great Britain as well, I think we could have given them a run. Because what I've seen of them, I don't sort of compare them with the 82 team, for instance, you know.
Steve Roach, lovely play. Walters into no man's land. Edwards onto it. Hacks ahead. Edwards is going to win the race here with Lindner, I think. Oh, he's been pulled down. It's a try anyway, surely. The referee's gone under the sticks. It's a penalty try. And that's a lovely ball through from Daly. He's got support here. This is going to be a try for Ettinghausen. They won't stop him. Right next door to the posts. And Ettinghausen adds to his tally on this tour. That's the first today. They decide not to kick, they're going to run it. Here's Ettinghausen, and he's on his way to another hat-trick here. Oh, great play, Ettinghausen. Well, that doesn't look good from a Wigan point of view, and it certainly doesn't look good from a Great Britain point of view, and that looks awful from a Wigan point of view. They've surrendered the possession again. This is Stewart, this is Hancock, and this is Brad Mackay, and there's another try on the board. Well, here come Wigan once more. And there is the siren. It's all over. The 1990 Kangaroos go on unbeaten.
Well, they're a very good rugby league side. You know, we hung in there for 20 minutes, but after the 20 minutes our intensity wasn't good enough, and the Sydney competition breeds intensity, and you've got to be able to play the full 40 minutes out with great intensity, or the Australian side is good enough to beat anybody.
There doesn't seem to be a weak link anywhere in them, does there?
Well, they're a very good side. They were chosen on form. There's not any players in their squad that didn't have good form to come over here. So, like I said, if you can't play out 40 minutes with intensity, well, you know, they're going to beat anybody.
We're now in the situation at this part of the season where the newly promoted clubs, Oldham and Featherstone, are riding high in the top four, and Wigan and St Helens languishing at the foot of the table. However, today might see the revival of Wigan when they take off Oldham in what could be an exciting, tense, and we hope a spectacular struggle. Edwards having to hesitate to take a long one to Gregory. Shown there's a big gap if he can keep it moving. There's an overlap down the far wing as Wigan go turn it inside. Going for the line. Flicked inside. Bosners, and Wigan must score. Well, that was great into passing by Wigan. Wigan moving it wide across the field. There's a big overlap if they can keep it going. Gregory goes down the middle, turns it. Wigan going for the line. They're out. And Wigan are in. Dermot to Gregory. Gregory jumping with Betts, and Gregory's through. He has Hanley with him. Send a long one out onto Myers. Myers is going for the corner, and he's in at the corner. Gregory waiting first pass, very close. They've done a switch to him, and Gregory again going down the middle, goes on his way through, hands it on, the support there. Wigan going for the line. Bolkin still keep him moving. It must be Red Hart, and Wigan are over. Hanley moving it out, Edwards a short pass and created a gap, and Wigan are through, going for the line. And Hanley's on the inside, but he's going to score on his own. It's Hanley who gets it, and Hanley scores it. Gregory has it. Long one, hand to Hanley. Hanley lobs it out onto the wing to Myers. Myers coming inside, beats one, beats, he's still going. Myers beats another, going down the outside, turns it inside. Wigan going for the line. And it's an easy one. Well, that was good running by Myers. He set it up well. With the final score then, Wigan back in favour. Convincing win over Oldham. Wigan 38, Oldham 15.
The pleasing thing about today was the players stuck together. They didn't let the refereeing decisions, be they good or bad, upset them, and they stuck together as a team, and we saw some good teamwork towards the end of the game. So we had a good week, and they hung in there, and, you know, it was a good result.
A lot of these players are some of your former colleagues as well. How did you think that Wigan performed today?
Well, I think that, you know, with the frustrating first half, you know, I think they probably tried a little bit too much initially, but once they got themselves consolidated, you know, and they relaxed a little bit more in the second half, I just thought, you know, it just showed what a class side they are. They got too much strike power for a side like Oldham.
Tight in the forwards, now they're spreading it out, the dummy taken, nearly through. Wigan move up quickly, moving into the line out, stopping the flowing football. Long lob pass could be intercepted, a danger here. Wigan got tearing down the field, can they get it inside? And they can, and it's Edwards who's streaking for the line. They're not going to catch him from inside his own half. He's streaking for the post, and the first blood is going to go to Wigan. Hanley behind the play of the ball. Gregory dancing his way through, making a lovely break, turns it on. Wigan should score here, and it goes in, and Wigan are underneath the post. And the breaks on now. Wigan as Hanley dances his way through. He's got back to support. He's going on his own. He's holding it. Bringing it in. Bring the wingman inside. Onto Aaron. Wigan now driving for the line. And they're going to get held 10 yards out. He just ghosted his way through then, did Hanley. Cut through beautifully. And they can keep it moving. There's an overlap as they drive for the line. Turned inside. And Wigan diving for the line. And over. Now it's been spread out. Hanley hoists a high ball. Dean Bell is over there. Wigan have an overlap as it goes out to Light, and he's coming inside, trying to force his way over. Puts it in. Long one out to Edwards. Edwards holding it. And bringing Bell in the middle. Oh, he's gone through beautifully. Look at that for a lovely run. And Wigan must score here. And they're easily over. Underneath the post. Well, that was beautifully set up by Bell there. As they drive in on the narrow side, over the almost up to the 25 line. Some of these players must be weary after the test match on Saturday. Little switch there, Wigan doing dummy runs, and it's come off. They go tearing down the field, still going for the line, keeping it moving. Can they get it out to Myers? Hanley going for the corner. Is he in? He's in, and that makes the final score 36 points to 6. Unfortunately, our cameras were not at the next televised game, in which Wigan beat Featherstone by 24 points to 4. Welcome to the Bellevue ground for tonight's Stones Bitter Championship game between Wigan and Wakefield, which should have taken place last Sunday. Unfortunately, it was postponed because of the third test match, a match in both Hampson and Gregory received injuries and are not in the Wigan line-out tonight. However, a certain piquancy is added, as there are a number of former Wiganers included in the Trinity team. Trying to cut through. Had Hanley at his elbow, but he couldn't get it out. Hanley moving across. Edwards holding it. Short pass, Wigan going for the line. And the referee's given it. Wigan working a run-around move here. And Edwards is through, but dealed through. Beautiful, the support on the inside. And once again, Wigan go in beautifully. They cut them wide open, right on the stroke of half-time. Glancy going up to act in half-back. Out to Shelford. Shelford turns it back. Long pass and coming hard down the middle. And they're over. A great forward run. Lydon back on his feet, but it's all Trinity at the moment as Conway changes direction and there's no Wigan full-back there. Goes over the Wigan try line. And as the referee gave him the try, there was a loose ball over the Wigan try line, and there was a mix-up in the Wigan defence. Well, Wigan were under a lot of pressure. They were playing without Lydon at full-back, and so they go off with the final score. Wakefield 14, Wigan 12. Welcome to the Recreation Ground Whitehaven on this dull December afternoon for the first round Regal Trophy match between Whitehaven and Wigan. Wigan, a club struggling at the moment to find its form, and Whitehaven struggling to find a team. Can't get rid of the ball. Wigan bunched together in the centre of the field, forwards as a pack, very close. Wigan look as if they're doing a switch. And they go round the narrow side of the field, going fast down the right wing. It's lobbed out to the wing. Wigan streaking down. And Wigan are in, right on the try line. Long one going out to the right. And Wigan go in for the try. Long pass comes out onto Platt. Platt going for the line. He looks if he's going to score. Andy Platt. Long pass coming out. And Wigan and Brett going down the middle. Strong running a long pass. Myers does well to take it. Dancing his way inside. Good running by Myers. Keeps the ball moving on to Hanley. Hanley going for the line. Can he turn them off? And Wigan are over again. Wigan with a convincing win. Switch by the Wigan players, a long one going out to the left. Edwards can't get his pass in and he's held just short of the line. Gregory, first pass, waiting to get them moving. Doing a switch with Betts, doesn't get him, gives a long one out. Good way, must score. Oh, and Gregory's pass there made a gap. You could have not driven a bus through, you could have driven a fleet of buses through. Ball been dropped, snapped up by Wigan. They can't afford to give Wigan passing line. Had a long one. Gregory holding it. Long one out to Myers. Myers coming inside. Still going hard for the line. Gets it inside. Gildart had got into the game. Wigan have the line wide open. The ball's lobbed out. Iro in easy at the corner. Wigan a little unsure who was going out in half back. It was Hanley there, and he brought it all a long way, keeping Wigan moving. Iro out to Myers. Myers had a run for the line. He has support inside. And he's going on his own. He's sold an outrageous dummy then by Kevin Iro. Moses moving it across the field. And Wigan have stolen the ball. Betts has it. On to Hanley. Hanley going for the line. Has he the strength, and he's held a yard short. Inches short. Wigan right on the line. Edwards coming up to act in half-back. Still manages to get his pass in. On to Wigan going over the line. And can Iro get it down? And he does. He's so tall and he's so strong. Almost halfway through this second half, and Wigan passes rolling along the ground, which isn't the Wigan style. Iro knocking him off, still going, powerful running, gets his pass in, well taken by Myers. He has support inside, he has back to support, gives it to Hanley. Hanley going for the line. Has he got the strength? It's going, and that was a tremendous try for Wigan.
It's great to see you back with the first team. How did you feel after your long layoff and then having to turn out in a cup tie?
Well, it was probably one of the longest 80 minutes I've ever had. I was certainly blowing a bit there. It was quite a fast game, and obviously I haven't played a lot of rugby in the last 2 months, so I'm a bit short of match practice.
How do you feel with the impression of the Wigan team? Did you think it was a good game, that the good performance we put on? It seemed to have gone to be an avalanche of tries at the beginning, didn't it? And then we sagged a little
that's right,
bit.
yeah, it was a good game. There's a lot of things we can brush up on. I suppose we lost a lot of ball, and because we scored a lot of tries early on, we decided to throw it around a bit too much, I think, rather than just taking it up the middle. But I'm sure, once we get on to the third round, we'll pick things up.
In December, Wigan got off to a good start in the Regal Trophy, beating both Whitehaven and Keighley, but then eventually going down by 6 points to 12 to Bradford Northern in a televised match at Central Park. Then, just before Christmas, Wigan took on David Ward's Loiners in front of a 14,000 plus crowd.
Coming in, meets the forwards. It'll probably be tight among the forwards in the early stages of the game. Wigan without Dermot, of course, would be a question of who's going to go acting half-back, and that time it was Goodway, who's playing hooker today, perhaps taking over the role. 12 yards out, right underneath the post. Leeds in a good attacking position now. Schofield moves a long one out, and it's flicked out, and Leeds are in! Fullback is in. First time they've attacked. Wigan, it's dangling in the scrum. Leeds have moved up very quickly, doing the run around. Bell trying to come down the middle, and he was almost through, and he just had his ankle tapped at the vital last second. Hanley going through from acting half back. He's gone for the line. He's got to score. What a tremendous individual try. What are they going to turn on now? It goes to Edwards. Edwards a long one to Bell. Can't get it out to Botica. And he's thrown the ball back. It's still loose. On to Botica. He's gone for the line. And the referee has given it. Betts having a run from the play of the ball. Going for the line. He's going to score. And that's the second one Wigan have got from behind the play of the ball. And Leeds were fast asleep. And right on the spot, takes a quick tap, going on his own, gets in. Wigan made the break, going for the line, and Wigan are going to score. Still coming, they've got Botic on the outside, he's gone back in the middle, the ball's gone astray, been picked up by Wigan, and Wigan have scored. Ball, not a good pass. Referee says that is the fifth tackle as Betts came in. Harkin kicks behind the defence, being chased by Hampson. And he scored, Hampson. Hesitation between Hampson and Tyra.
Wigan leading all the way, far superior team, suddenly in the last 3 minutes having given those gift tries away. When we come to today's tussle, I've no doubt there will be a lot more tightness and a lot more tension as both these teams come out, but what is always a tremendous struggle between Wigan and St Helens.
And that was slow, plodding, pedestrian stuff. Groves now waiting behind to play the ball. onto Forber. Forber coming hard. Managed to slip the ball nicely. Ball's brought inside to Loughlin, and Loughlin's over. 12 set up by Forber. Going through from acting half-back, and Wigan are in all sorts of trouble as once again. Forber goes tearing through. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. A drop goal attempt, and it's over. St Helens, another point in front, dropping a goal. And St Helens are throwing everything they've got at Wigan. Little grubber kick there, could be nasty. Wigan got possession, are running it away. Bottica coming away well, gets up to Iro. Iro going inside, has Bottica outside. A race for the line, from the halfway line. He has Myers with him, he's going to make it. What a tremendous run by Bottica. A length of the field try by Wigan. Wigan still playing it on the narrow side, taking it in the centre. Good run in onto the ball. Edwards streaking for the line. Bottica right in front of the post. Bangs it over. Wigan take the 7-point lead. Saints now piling on the pressure. The move trot, there's a big gap on this side. They turn it back down the middle. Wigan hesitating in the tackle. They need to sort out the defence here. As Saints are now getting it together and hammering at the Wigan line. And the Bray Award tearing through at support. And that's not a good tackle as the ball comes out to the left. And Saints are in at the corner. I think it's Dean Bell who's come off. I can't see him anywhere on the field. Saints getting the passes in now. Finally going ball through. Hanley has it. Has he got the strength? He hands it on. We can go for the line. Iro going for the line. Looks at the touch judge and gives the try. Wigan going over for the line, and they're in. Wigan have gone in by the... No, they're held inches short. Slow from the play the ball. Wigan still trying to keep him moving along. Pass goes out. Wigan going for the corner, and they're in at the corner. Dermott comes over onto Hanley. Hanley running wide, and he's straightened up. He lobs it out onto Myers. Myers going for the line. Puts it inside. Ball's all over the place. And Wigan are held 5 yards short, and they've lost possession. Picked up by Hanley. Hanley's going over, and it's given. And Wigan will be very glad to have got that one from under the skin. Final score then, St Helens 15, Wigan 28. As we come to the turn of the season, are we on the right path for the Challenge Cup and the Championship?
Well, in this game, you just got to take it week by week. So we've come up with 2 wins, and it's a very important game for all the Wigan fans, a Boxing Day game, and, you know, to win the game here at St Helens, that's great. Conditions were very difficult out there, weren't they, for playing good football? They were, and I thought both sides probably didn't play very well with the wind at their backs, which is very unusual, but maybe they thought that the advantage was in the wind and not the way they used it. So both teams seemed to play better into the wind, and, you know, we played some good rugby and got the money. Well, the Wigan spectators seemed highly satisfied there at the end of the game. Have you got any goodwill message for them as we now come into the new year? Oh, well, I think if they just stay faithful and stick with the side's, you know, we've gone through some hard times, and we've just got to stick together in the rough times, and, you know, we seem to be back on the track. So it should be a good year for us. As we enter the second half of the season, the start of the new year, Wigan didn't get the belated Christmas present they were seeking, the Warrington Scalp.
Good try, saving tackle by David Lyon. Thought at one stage Betts might have been over the line, but he was swung back. Golden again. Tries to come back off the right foot. Sean Edwards onto Dean Bell. There's an interception to Mark Forster. Forster will go all the way, I think. Hampson's chasing him, stopping him from going nearer the post. What a good touchdown by Mark Forster. His first game back following the injury in the Challenge Cup final. Pretty mild wind, but the rain coming down as he comes up. Strikes it well. takes Warrington into a 6-0 lead. So Warrington keeping control of the game. In Sullivan, the ball back inside to Gary Mercer. Some side to Betts' challenge. He's looking round for support. And Warrington have numbers. It's going to be Richards. And Mann decides to go at himself. Puts the chip over the top. There's nobody home for Wigan. Mann gets it. So Warrington increase the lead. Now it's 14 points. Gregory decides to tap it. It's on to Lucas, driving towards the post. Runs straight into Gary Mercer though. Now Gregory mucks the run around with Edwards. It's a ball inside to Dean Bell. Is this going to be a consolation try for Wigan? It is. So the final score on a cold and very wet New Year's Day at Central Park is Wigan 6, Warrington 14.
After a blustery, gale-swept journey along the M62 and the M1, here we are at last at the magnificent Don Valley Stadium. The Wigan team have arrived and will soon be taking their positions up ready for the kick-off in what should prove to be a tense struggle between a team fighting for relegation and Wigan struggling hard to get up to the top of the table where they feel they always belong. Martin Dermott from behind to play the ball. Oh, Wigan taking their eyes off it, knocked on right in front of their own post. Slack play there by Wigan. Hampson stabs it into touch. Now Wigan try to, from the tap, try to crash the way over. Dermott from behind to play the ball, moving it across field. Platt turning and dumbing, a long pass. Wigan take it, Wigan should score here. They go for the corner, out to Bottiger. Bottiger dives for the line and he's over in the corner. Almost up to the halfway line. Ball handling can't be easy in this wind as Wigan try to attack down the left wing. Switch it back out towards the right. Wigan now to Gregory dancing, trying to get his pass in. Managed to do that, was nice to go away. Wigan coming hard down this wing. Hard on to Iro. Iro going for the line, he must score! And that was well set up, and Iro goes nearer to the post. Dermott a long pass to Gregory. Gregory going to go on his own, looking for support, still turning and twisted. Lobs the ball back. Wigan going for the line, and Wigan, can they reach? And they're over under the post. Oh, they're showing up the frailty of this defence. Hanley's out on the right, and Wigan switch it to the right. Turn back inside onto Betts. Betts has made a break. He has support on his inside. He's going for the line on his own, gets it on to Hanley. Hanley gives a lovely dummy, and he's over underneath the post. Wigan now with a big overlap if they can move it. Hits the ground, and then they got a watch and a bounce. Going for the line. Turned inside. Hanley's going to score again. Edwards keeping it moving. Oh, lovely clean breakthrough, going for the line, and he's going to score. A lovely try by Lyne. That was a sheer acceleration there, tremendous acceleration. Gregory very near to play the ball. It switched the other way, away from him, a long one out to Iro. Iro driving hard for the line, he's coming with tremendous power, inside, and Wigan are over again. Opening seconds, Wigan going for a very, very early try. Dermott doing a dummy run, and the gap so wide for Edwards. Edwards goes through. 20 minutes gone in the second half. Ellery Hanley, who'd scored 2 tries, completed the final tattle as the hooter went for full time. And Wigan run out winners by 46 points to 4 in this magnificent stadium. Unfortunately, our cameras were not at the next 2 games as these fixtures were being televised. After Wigan's great win at Norton Park, their next game was at home to Hull KR, whom they absolutely hammered. And then on a bitterly cold night, on a treacherous road across the Pennines, Wigan paid a visit to Castleford, where we saw a magnificent first round of the Challenge Cup. Hanley up there, wanting to quick play the ball. Onto Platt, Platt can't hold it. And what's done is what the ball's all over the place. Well, we're in for a lot of thrills and spills tonight. And the ball's been dropped again. Wigan going hard for the corner. And now they're in on the corner, the referee trying to create a gap at the moment, isn't there? Now Wigan moving it across. A break by Edwards, going for the line. Lobs a high ball out. Out to the winger, Bottica's in! Bottica going to the post, a great try after a fantastic break by Edwards. Gregory doing a dummy with Gregory going through on his own, still going, looking for support. Wigan battering the way over the 25, keeping it going, and Wigan are going to score! Under the post! Can Wigan hang on to this 16-point lead now till half-time? French moves it across, and the ball's been dropped, and it's fly kick through. Bottica chasing it. Who's going to win this run? He takes it again. Bottica could win this, and he dives, and he's over. Players diving all over the place. Wigan have it in the first tackle. Hanley going for the line. He's trying to bang his way over. Can he get it down? And he's held a yard short. Wigan trying to crash the way over. Bottica keeping it alive. Wigan got tearing down the middle. And there goes the hooter for the end of this first round of the Silk Cup, Challenge Cup. Wigan, worthy winners and big winners, run out with a margin of Wigan 28, Castleford 4, and a very deserved win for Wigan. And so now, on this lovely afternoon, we're looking forward to the second round game between Rochdale Hornets and Wigan. Gregory with it round the blind side, coming, long one to Bottica, Bottica's in! Edwards does a whip around, Wigan's over! And who else but Hanley? Out to Gregory, Gregory to Edwards, Edwards standing still, just hands it on. Wigan dancing the way through, and Hanley again, made it look so easy. Holding, trying to set them up again, and this time Wigan come in and batter them down. The ball's been lost, so strong was the tackle. Wigan now, out onto Myers, Myers coming inside, Myers dancing his way through, Myers still going, Thomas his way, and Wigan go over again for a fantastic score. Wigan now on to Edwards, Edwards holding it. Short pass and Hanley going through again, and he gets it out, and Wigan are over again and making it look so easy. Long one, Edwards, Edwards back to Gregory, Gregory with the wide open. Whether he wants it as a kick. And Wigan upended and keeping the ball moving, and it's red hot as Wigan try to force the way over, and Wigan are over. They're over again right on half-time, making it 38. Bottica setting himself up. And it's over. Long pass, Hanley's in quickly, Myers trying to take his opposite number, and Platt's intercepted, Platt's going for the line, he has Hanley with him, Hanley's going, Hanley's got to score, and Hanley's in at the corner. Well, all Wigan streaking down the field, got back to support, onto Edwards, Edwards got the speed, he's streaking down, Wigan scoring again straight from the kick-off. Well, that was a magnificent break by Wigan. Gregory feeds, Gregory has it, onto Clark, Clark moving across, doing the run around. Nice dummy given by Bell. Up to Clark, Clark hands it on, and Hanley's in. Out to Gregory, Gregory holding it, little grubber kick, chasing it, fly kicks through, being chased by him and Hanley, and it's Hanley who's there for another try. Oh, he's really piling the points on. Gregory, long pass onto Hanley, gets it out, and Myers is over. Well, very unselfishly, Hanley decided he wouldn't go for another one. Today, Wigan take on Wakefield, who was successful on the Trinity ground earlier in the season. Both these teams are under considerable pressure, Wigan having built up a backlog of fixtures as they battle the way to the top of the table, and Wakefield with a string of recent losses as they struggle hard to avoid the relegation zone. Across, and Wigan held just short of the line. The Wakefield defence holding very strong at the moment. Wigan going round the narrow side, on to Preston, and he's over in the corner. There's a high ball, the snow on that one in this shadowed area of the ground, it bounces awkwardly. Betts takes it, keeping it moving. Wigan fumbling, fly kicked along the ground, not good play by Wigan, but it's Hanley who gets it. Going for the line, Wigan turning it inside, and Wigan are going to score, and they're over! Oh, Wigan got the break on. Can they get support? They come turning round onto Hanley. Hanley has Myers with him. Gives it to Myers. Myers knocks one off. Myers still going. Looking for support. Good run by Myers and Hanley. Hanley from behind to play the ball. Long one inside to Clark. Wigan moving it across in the big overlap as it goes out onto the left wing. Turning for the line, and Wigan must score. And Wigan are in! Referee judged a double movement. Can they turn it into points as they move the ball across the field? Grubber kick through, ball kicked over the line! And Wigan are over! And this could be the nail in the coffin, and sure enough, it's over, 16 points to 8. This afternoon, Wigan take on Bradford in the third round of the Challenge Cup competition, and this promises to be the mother and father of all cup ties. Wigan giving it all in. Hanley decides he's going to take charge, moving it across. Wigan have the fed a long line, taking it, turns it inside, Wigan keeping it moving. And that ball must have been red hot the way they were handling it, but they still couldn't put it down over the line. And they dive, and they're in. Wigan are in. Botica inside the 25, halfway in from the touchline. Wigan needing all these points. Lifts it high, and through! And a goal to Botica. Dermott going from behind to play the ball. Couple of yards gain. The referee signalling that's the last tackle. And the high ball is hoisted. Ball's knocked back to Edwards. Edwards keeping it going. Wigan going for the line. Can they get it out onto Botica? He must score in the corner. Referee gives it. Now they've got a 10-point lead, and Botica with a very long kick to take. Can only be inches in from the touchline and right on the 25 line. Trying to convert after his own try. He's right back to the boards. Not got a lot of run up, not a lot of yardage to move. He makes his approach. He's lifted it high, and the crowd are cheering, and it's over. A fantastic goal by Botica, right from the touchline. Last two occasions it's gone back to Northernby. I had to have that as Gregory, a long one out to Hanley. Hanley holding it, Hampson going through the gap, and the crowd gets it out. Onto Edwards, Edwards sidesteps inside, and he's snatched out of the air from behind. But that was good play between Hampson and Edwards. Wigan now moving across the field. Botica's come inside. Onto Gregory. Gregory dummying with it. Gregory going for the line. And he's in. Cheeky fellow. He dummied and he dummied and he dummied, and they kept buying it. Myers coming off. Joe Lydon coming on, and Joe Lydon's got a touch of the ball. Trying to drive his way through. Gregory from acting half-back, dancing his way through, gets it in, the break's on, Azairo got the legs now, he's steaming up the 25, full-back's after him, he's still going, and he's over! I'd been saying that I thought Iro might not be completely fit. He's very heavily strapped up. Been off for some time. But they couldn't get near him. He left them for dead as he went over 5 yards in from the corner. Once again, it's on the 25 line. It's Botica kicking down to the Kop end of the ground. Stabs at it. And the crowd are shouting yes, and it is yes. And he bangs another one over. Out to Gregory. Gregory holding it. He has Hanley with him. Hanley coming down the middle. Hanley's through, knocking them off. Hanley's still going. Has support inside. Gets it out. Up to Bell. He's got Lydon with him. Bell and Iro. Bell going for the corner. And Bell's going to score. A last-minute try to Wigan. Scored by Bell after a great break by that man, Ellery Hanley.
Now, Andy, if I had asked you at 2 o'clock how the game would go, would you have predicted that we would have had a game like that?
No, I wouldn't. Quarter-final of the Challenge Cup are not normally like that, especially against Bradford. They've already been here this year once and beat us in the Regal Trophy. They beat us up at Bradford. You know, the first half was a typical, you know, cup tie. Bradford came, they tackled really well. I think they tried just on half-time by Martin Dermott, you know, edged the game a bit our way, and we proved in the second half that, you know, we can score twice from all over the field.
Well, I think nearly all the Wigan spectators expected it would be very dour and very close and very tough. Is it through the training, or is it just that Wigan are really on song at the moment that you played such fantastic football?
Yeah, I think we've trained really well for this game. John, you know, he's put us through our moves. We was expecting, you know, you know, the first half was physical, you know, they got stuck in. But we managed, like I said, Martin scored the try, and we scored a couple, you know, just after the break, which, you know, edged the game our way. But full credit to Bradford, you know, they never gave up. But I think on the day, you know, Wigan, I think we thoroughly deserved the win.
Everyone seemed to be highly delighted at the end of the game, and it was great to see you go round the ground to the spectators. Are they really a great help to you on an occasion like this?
Yeah. I remember, you know, up at Castleford when we had that, you know, the first round of the Challenge Cup, when that, I think it was a Tuesday night or something, and as we run out, you know, we went out to warm up, and as we came in, we said, you know, there's a lot of people, it's a terrible night, you know, the snow going over the Pennines and everything weren't the ideal conditions for rugby, and we said, look, you know, they've come all this way, they've put the time out, let's go out and put a really good performance in. So it was like today, it was, as we went out, you know, with the crowd got behind us, and it certainly does lift you.
And now you must be looking to 5 to 7 tomorrow night. Widnes, St Helens or Oldham? Are you bothered?
I'm not really, you know, it's the semi-final, there's only 4 teams. Obviously there's 4 good teams in it. I know who I'd like to get, but I'm not going to say it on TV, but it's whoever we play is going to be hard. Hopefully we can keep the good form going. It's not just a cup, we've got to concentrate now on the league. We won the league last year, we did the double, and hopefully, you know, we can repeat it this year.
So Andy Gregory's wish is fulfilled, and Wigan will meet Oldham at Burnden Park, Bolton, in the semi-final of the Challenge Cup. In the meantime, Wigan have met Hull and Rochdale and crushed them in a most devastating and convincing style.
A bit of hesitation by Hanley behind the ball, but he gains a good 10 yards of ground. Wigan now an excellent attacking position as it comes out to Gregory. Gregory holding it, a long one out. Gets it out to Botica. Botica faced with a lot of defenders. It's gone for the corner. Oh, what magnificent finishing by Botica.
A long pass caused the problem. 15 minutes gone then. Wigan score the first try. It's hardly a yard in from the touchline. Already missed one. Right on the 25 line. He hits it hard and through, and it's over. A great kick from the touchline by Botica.
Dermot waiting for the play of the ball. Long one to Edwards. Edwards moving it across. Hanley gets it going. Wigan having to come down the middle, and down the middle they come back to Hanley. Hanley's over the halfway line, inside to Edwards. Edwards going on for the line. He has Lydon with him. Gets it to Lydon. The line's going to be over in the corner, and he's in. Gregory again, dumbing his way through, turns it inside, and Wigan are over underneath the sticks, cutting them wide open. Martin Dermot coming up to the play of the ball, out to his right. A little grubber kick, and Lydon's the first in. Joe Lydon speed telling. Wigan props doing a lot of tackling, both Lucas and Skerritt. And that's been intercepted. Could well be a try as it goes out to Botica. What a lovely run by Botica. Underneath the post. A superb change of direction. Iro out to Myers. Myers going inside. Good run by Myers. Myers turns it on to Edwards. Edwards streaking down. Referee's in the way. He's got Hanley with him. On to Hanley. Hanley's going to go for the line. Turns it inside. And that was good batting up by Botica. But the Wigan team seem really on song at the moment. You seem to have got your act well together. Is it auguring well now for the championship and for the cup?
Well, we've got the hardest running than anybody else. But like I said, we're on a roll. And as long as we can keep the lads fit, that's the main thing, John. Fit and keen to play. I think, we've got a chance of winning the lot. But, it's going to be a long job for us. We've got to concentrate on the job ahead. And like I say, we keep everybody healthy. I think we've got a chance.
Were there any problems tonight? Anybody hurt in tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it's quite a lot of ice bags down there. It looks like the middle of December, there's that much snow about. But yeah, there's a few snowmen in there. But we've got a few knocks. Myself, a bit of a pull on my Achilles tendon, which I've been carrying really for about a week or two. But hopefully, if it's not ready for Sunday, I'll be ready for the semi-final.
And have we any news about Andy Goodway and the Gildart? Are they going to be help out in the run-up?
Well, I think they'll certainly be part of the running. Andy Goodway should be back here within a week or two. He's waiting for a cast to come from Australia, and I think then he'll get the all clear to play. And Ian Gildart's done remarkably well to come back from such a bad back injury. And he'll hopefully he's played a couple of A-team games and he'll be fighting, knocking on the first team door anytime.
And the referee said there's interference at the play of the ball. Joe Lydon being brought right into the centre of the field. 7 or 8 yards inside the Wigan half. It's a long way to go to the touch line, but he makes absolutely sure. And so Wigan once again in possession, wanting to get on with it, coming at that hard and driving in up to the 25. And don't know what they've fed this Hornets team on, but they're certainly coming hard at Wigan today. The dummy, Wigan are through, if they can get it in, and Wigan are going to score! Hanley ghosting up at the side of the man with the ball again. Hanley's on the inside, but Wigan put a grubber kick in, being chased for the corner, and Wigan are in at the corner. Martin Dermot. Stasica playing hard, gets his passing well, onto Hanley. Hanley going for the line. Hanley's going to score, and Hanley is in. Iro turning for the line. He's so strong, he's so powerful. He must have dynamite inside him as he's jet propelled. Hornets' defence has completely disintegrated, and it's another goal to Botica. Wigan 24 points on the board. They're coming hard at Wigan in these early stages. They've decided they can beat them in the pack, and they're still dragging the way forward. Hornets spectators loving this as it's flung back for the kick, and it's been charged down. Did Gregory get there first? Picks it up, he's gone for the line, and he's in. As Stasica onto Skerritt. Skerritt going in hard. Referee right on top of the tattler. Can leave it to the run. There's a kick through, and there's more trouble, and he's off. Skerritt is off. This could cost Wigan dear.
Instead of leaving it to the referee, Wigan players decided that they would sort it out. Wigan keeping it moving as they get in and out onto the left wing. Wigan streaking for the line. And they're over. Big overlap on this side of the field as Wigan get it moving onto Iro. Iro out to Myers. Myers going inside. Myers going for the line. Tremendous run. It turns it inside. Chance for his 8th goal here. And he plonks it over with no problem at all. There must be a lot of bruises and sore bodies out there today. How have the team survived on the whole? Any serious injuries, or will they get over it in the next few days?
Well, we're a very fit side, and the fitter you are, the better you recover. And there's nothing major or serious, just a few bumps and bruises. But during the week, John's got a good training schedule for us this week. We should be all right.
You've got a hard week in front of you, I would think, when they've got the semi-final on Saturday. Will you be doing anything special in your training, or is it just as normal?
Just as normal as we've been doing. We're really on form. We're buzzing at the moment. And like Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday we'll be training. No different. A lot of fitness work, a lot of ball work, and a meeting.
Well, I've no doubt you're full of confidence, are you? You're expecting that next Saturday we'll see you through onto the Wembley final.
Well, I won't say it could see us through. Olam's got to the semi-final, and that should... we respect every team we play, but Olam's got through to the semi-final, and we must respect that in every way. We'll go out there, and we'll just be playing like we've always played, and we'll let them think about our game, and we'll not think about their game.
On semi-final day at Burnden Park, the loyal fans are massing as Wigan tackle Oldham in the final hurdle before
15
Wembley.
yards out, Wigan battering away as Dermot moves it across onto Edwards. Edwards, Wigan in the clawing mud in what is normally the goalmouth penalty area of this soccer ground, which is badly churned up. Wigan trying to crash through from acting half-back. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Neither side really settled down in attack. As Gregory puts a grubber kick in, it's being chased. And Wigan dies, and Wigan are in. Wigan have scored. Dermot to Gregory. Gregory holding it. On to Edwards. Edwards beats one touch, still going for the line. Wigan trying to battle away over and held 5 yards out. Dummy. Wigan moving crossfield, being forced down the middle, and can't get the way over. Picked up by Henderson. Henderson having to come in field, and he's bounced and buried for his pains. And it's dropped and Wigan have it. Turning attack and Wigan are going to score! Oldham using this Wigan tactic, coming into the Wigan line. Gregory, long bad ball. Lydon picks it on the bounce. Lydon gets it out. Ilo's in! Ilo's in! John Fieldhouse coming over. He's moved away at the 5th tackle. Fieldhouse sprays a long one out. And it's been intercepted by Botica. Botica will score. It's an easy one. Another 4 points to Botica. There goes the hooter. Wigan and Wembley again. A great win by Wigan after a fine semi-final. Wigan, final score, Wigan 30, Oldham 16, and Wigan are on the way to Wembley for the 4th year in succession.
As we come to the close of the season, Wigan face an awesome glut of fixtures. Postponements because of bad weather and international calls on the Wigan players mean that Wigan have to face 8 fixtures in 18 days. As John Mooney says, mission impossible. And in these games, Wigan have to face top clubs like Castleford and Widnes, and they start the battle today against Warrington at Wilderspool.
Hanley plays it back. Static puts his head down like a bulldozer, charging in. Botica waiting behind the play the ball. Botica trying to force his way over, and he's held inches short. Stasica moving it wide. Short one, and Wigan are over. Hanley batters his way over underneath the post. Stasica, Edwards holding it, dummying, doesn't give it to Hanley, who was next to him. Now it's Hanley behind to play the ball. Sends a long pass, grubber kick again by... Oh, it's been knocked on, and Wigan dive for it, and Wigan have got another try. Lydon's over. Well, that was bad play by Warrington. Well, Gregory stabbed that one through very nicely into the in goal there, and it caused panic in the ranks. The left winger making a real mess of it. Went out to Thornley. Ball bobbed about in the in goal area, and Joe Lydon, showing all his experience, was there, and that's another 2 points to Botica. Warrington moving across the field, finding it hard to get, and nearly through the break, and the smothers on, and Warrington hot on the attack here. Wigan cover, doing so well to get back. Awkward kick. Should be Hampson's, and Hampson takes it well, comes inside, still going, and he's thrown an intercept. A stupid pass. A stupid pass by Hampson. Gives Man a gift try. Ellis puts it in, and Wigan have it. They won it against Ed, and they go on for the line, and he's into the corner. Just inside the 25. And it's over. He's like a machine at putting them over. That was a difficult one, and under a lot of pressure. That stretches Wigan's lead to 10 points. Gregory, long lobbed ball. It's gone nowhere. Bell eventually gets it. Bell running wide, showing it. Makes a break onto Myers. Myers going for the line. Oh, he beats his man beautifully. What a delightful swerve that was by Myers. He left him for dead. Botica puts the other 2 points on. Well, Steve, that was another devastating team performance tonight, was it not?
Yes, absolutely tremendous. It started with the forwards. The forwards did all the hard work, and just made the background for the backs.
But it looked rather tough out there. They didn't yield at all, did they, Warrington?
No, we knew that tonight. Warrington wouldn't back off. I mean, they're a top side. They've been playing very well, even though they've been getting beat once or twice. But they're a top side. Pretty disappointed tonight for them. But I say that the forwards at Wigan did a tremendous jobs.
Now you've got a hard game again at Featherstone. They're a hard team, and it's a terrible ground for you to play on, isn't it, really?
That's right. It's a bit of a post office, as they call it, Fairs one. It's an absolute terrible ground. They pulled a bit of a trick on us last time by saying the ground was under repair, which it wasn't. So it motivates the lads even more to be more determined to get out there and give them a good whooping.
And you've got quite a frightful programme ahead of you, haven't you, in the next few weeks? Do you see anyone stopping this wonderful roll that Wigan are on at the moment?
Well, obviously I'm not going to predict any matches forthcoming, but if the lads just carry on the way they are, they're getting a good rest. John Mooney's giving them a good rest. We're not exactly working hard at training. We're having a good rest and just going through the moves. So hopefully we can just carry on and hopefully win the league.
Gregory, Betts is knocked on again. Referee's looking to see who has the ball, and it's Featherstone's ball. Wigan's handling very indifferent tonight.
And Wigan have stolen the ball. It should be all over the try here. And it goes to Iro. Must score. Iro moving it inside. A long one from Dermot to Gregory. On to Hanley. Hanley knocks one off. Hanley's still going. Hanley's going for the line. He must score. And Hanley's in by the post. Well, that was sheer power and determination. 5 tackles gone. We're coming up to the last one now. It's Gregory's first pass. Gregory dancing, going for the line, puts the grubber kicker in, and he bounces and he's got it. And it's another 6-pointer. Iro waiting behind to play the ball. Iro having a run on his own. Going out towards the wing. Powering down the field. Can he get it inside? Iro! Tremendous run! And he's over! The referee right on the spot. Gives a try. Well, that was a very torrid opening to Wigan's holiday programme. And Oldham too had a fierce struggle against Rochdale, finishing up in somewhat of a brawl. This will be telling on both teams for this afternoon's most important struggle. Oldham having to win 2 of the last 3 games to avoid relegation, and Wigan with points behind Widnes, but games in hand will be fighting every inch of the way to get to the top of the league table. Oldham seem to be hanging on to this ball more than Wigan. Have more possession in time, more tackles out of it. Long pass stretch in Wigan, and Oldham still passing. Wigan not putting the men down. They're letting them get the ball away. Oldham now, a long one out to Irvine. It should be another corner, and he's in. Oldham take the lead. Once again, Wigan try to crash the way over, and they're over. Brute force took them over. Oldham's kicking let them down badly this afternoon, but Wigan have clawed the way back. Round a fingernail, and Botica bangs it over. 8 points to 4 to Wigan. Little run around. Wigan can't get it moving. Gildart coming up behind to play the ball. Moves it across. The dummy. And the referee is sending someone off. Long one back for Hampson. Hampson running it out. Hoists a very high ball and he's following it. He's underneath it. And it's going way, way into the crowd. So we're back to the 25. And there goes the Utah. Great relief and great delight in the Wigan ranks. 2 very valuable points to Wigan as they go off the field victors by 10 points to 4. Well, Andy had to work extremely hard this afternoon for those 2 points.
Yeah, I think the conditions and I suppose Oldham's determination, you know, surprises a little bit. But, you know, it's 2 points at the end of the day.
Do you think there's some weariness creeping into these tired legs after all these hard games?
No, I don't think so. I think, you know, the sides we're playing are playing very, very well. I think one of the hardest games we had all year was at Featherstone on Friday. And again, we came here to Oldham, we were fighting, you know, they need 3-4 points, whatever it is, to stay up. And they gave us a hell of a game, and, you know, all credit to the sides we're playing against. They're playing well.
There wasn't a lot of brotherly love shown this afternoon when he went in and crunched Duncan in the second half, was there?
No, but I suppose if it went the other way around, I suppose he would have crunched me. So he knows the same. He knows that. Well, we're brothers, and I always feel, you know, especially in the semi-final, I looked for him, and I was a bit upset when he made a couple of errors. But you know, it's business for me.
Well, we're playing St Helens on Thursday and again at Wembley. Is there any extra satisfaction when you're turning out against your old club mates?
Oh, obviously, you know, it gives it a little bit more extra pressure on me. For the people who watch Saints, they'll see how I'm going, you know. There's always that little bit of an extra incentive for me to beat Saints. But, you know, after the game, we go in, have a drink. There's no hard feelings, just business as usual, I suppose.
Wigan, with the scalps of Warrington, Featherstone and Oldham under their belts, now take on St Helens in the dress rehearsal for Wembley.
Hanley doing the run around with Clark. Clark taking it over the 25 line. Gregory again, hoists the high ball. Wigan are under it. Lot of pressure here. The ball's loose. Picked up by Wigan. And it's Myers following up the kick. Gets Wigan's first try on. And it looks a good one. And it is a good one. Wigan 8. St Helens 2. 10 yards out. Tanner up waiting for the play of the ball. Tanner moving along one inside. Wigan being stretched by defence. And they're going for the line. And Ropati is in to level the scores. And over near the post. Ropati goes over. And that levels it, 8 points each, and we've got a game on our hands here, and a good game it is too.
To get the over, the Gregory sees the gap, turns inside. Wigan still battling the way to the line, lobbing it back, keeping it going, onto Lydon. Wigan going for the line, and they're going to be held short, and they're over.
Botica then, almost on the stroke of half-time. Stabs at it, and it's there. Absolutely sure with those. Wigan 14, St Helens 8. What?
And it's taken quickly.
Precious 2 points gone as they decided they're going to go for the 6. Griffiths a long pass and there's a big overlap as it goes out to the wing. And Saints are in at the corner. Very disorganised, and that's a long kick. And it's over. A great kick, 18-14. Good way, moving it out to the right. And the ball's loose and Wigan dive over the line. Dermott's gone over. Both sides have had a terribly hard programme. There's a big overlap as it goes out the far wing. Wigan coming across. Stitch it up, it's been intercepted. Dennis Betts intercepted, gets his pass out and Myers is in. Myers is over. Clark this afternoon having a great second half, and Botica bangs it over again to make it 28-14.
John, the win over St Helens is always very pleasing, but victory tonight must have been very, very sweet.
Well, we played well in the second half, and again we finished the game very, very strong and full of running. So our last 3 games we've played probably our best rugby league in the last 20 minutes. So if we can keep putting fit players out on the field, well, there's no doubt we can go the distance.
Our new young lads that we brought in gave a highly pleasing performance, didn't they?
Well, they did, and we've, with all the fixtures that we've got, we've had to dip into the Alliance team. And, you know, last week we lost 3 players with injuries. We brought another 3 back, plus two players out of the Alliance. This week we might lose 4 players, so we'll have to bring another 4 up. So, you know, we just got to keep our fingers crossed and keep hoping that we can keep winning. We're trying very hard.
The double is getting ever nearer, is it not?
Well, it's just out of reach at the moment. But if we could come up with another win on Sunday, we could just about put our fingers on it.
Hanley getting his first touch, and Hanley's broken through and taken from behind. He was steaming in then. On to Gregory. Gregory holding it. Short pass, good way through. He has Myers with him. On to Myers. Myers going for the line. He's got to score. A great break set up by Hanley. Distance was lacking. Wigan holding them on the try line. Urged on by the Wigan crowd and catching the acting half-back. Ball's gone loose out to Wigan. Wigan must score as Golden gets it on. Hanley again. Hanley's broken through. Can they get with him as there's obstruction going on? Hanley looking for support. Wigan going turning over. And Wigan are in. And once again, Wigan surge the length of the field with some beautiful handling. There's a big overlap here. And Graham West, of all people, he'll be delighted with that one. Graham West. Keeping this machine relentlessly going on. And that's another 2 points.
Well, that's right. Over the last 2 years, I've had 2 first-team games, and they've both been Castleford, one away and one at home. So, and as you say, they're all very, very tough games. But, you know, I've got to pay tribute to the rest of the players. They've all played a lot of games, and they're still playing very well. Their spirit's great.
Coming on to the rest of the players, a lot of these young lads who've come through your hands in the A-team, they're acquitting themselves with honour, aren't they, in the first team at the moment?
Well, they certainly are. They're good players. The scouts have done their job and gone out and got the right sort of players, and they've come through very well. They've played well for me, and they've come through and played well for John, so, you know, I'm happy for them.
I see in this morning's paper that John Mooney had said Wigan are on mission impossible. Do you think we're going to achieve it?
Well, I don't like to say. Every one of us are going to give 100%, whether it be kitmen, office workers, anybody, and players. We're all going to give 100% and hope that we can.
Wigan were 1 point behind Widnes in the league, but were still able to win the championship. On Tuesday evening, Wigan, with a game in hand, took the field at Central Park in front of 30,000 spectators, spurred on by the fear of defeat.
Wanting a quick play. And there's a break by Woodnow. Oh, they're still going hard. Wigan coming from behind, and they're going for the line, and it could well be a try here. And he gets down and bounces over. Jonathan Davis in the right place at the right time. And that stretches the lead, 6 points to 2. To Gregory. Gregory dummying. On to Gregory. Gregory using Hanley as a foil. Gets his ball out onto Edwards. Edwards going for the line. Onto Botica. Botica's going to dive. And he's in. Botica's in. Fine finishing by Botica. Wonderful finishing. Takes him over in the corner. Out to Edwards. Edwards holding it. A long, accurate pass. Wigan going hard. Bringing Myers inside. Going for the line. And he's going to be in. Myers nearly in then. Wigan now spreading, and there's a big gap if they can keep it moving. And Wigan are in. Edwards bangs another nail in the Widnes coffin. He stabs at it, he lifts it high, and they're yelling yes! And it is yes, and it's over! 16 points to 6. As Widnes strive might and main to break this Wigan defence. They're trying to keep the ball moving. And Wigan have taken the ball off them. Now what can they do? 15 yards out. Gregory, a short one. Gregory then right in front of the post, 5 yards out. Wigan turning it on. And Bet starts for the line, and it's over. Well, Wigan must think their hands are on the championship now. Eventually, the Widnes defence wilted. And that's 22. Wigan grinding them into the dust. These props going like they're clappers. Ooh, and that's good defence. Picking the props up and bouncing them down. Little switch of direction by Wigan. And just reward for Philip Clark. Ball was switched, a nice switch by Wigan.
Well, Philip, the first half was a bit of a nail-biter, but you absolutely ran riot in the second half.
Certainly, John. I mean, that must be one of the hardest first halves I've seen this season. Widnes, I mean, they had everything to play for, and both sides give 100% in that first half.
This is the second time you've absolutely annihilated Widnes this season. Do you think they're getting a bit of a complex, or are they getting a little bit the underdog attitude against Wigan?
I don't know, maybe they haven't got that big game temperament that some of the Wigan players have, such as Allan and Andy Gregory. They don't have players with as much experience as them, and it's shown that in the big challenge matches against Wigan, they just haven't had it.
You set up a tremendous defence there today. I think there were only 2 clean breaks by Widnes all evening. One brought a try and the other one rolled dead. It was a well-organised defence tonight, wasn't it?
It was the effort, I think, and the enthusiasm in the defence that made the difference. Widnes are one of the best attacking sides in the country, and to keep them to just 2 breaks, like you said, was a great performance.
And the crowning moment of glory for you when you went over for your try?
Yeah, it's pretty rare for me, and I don't get over from that far, but Andy Platt gave me a great short ball just short of the line, and I managed to just crash over.
Since their last defeat against Warrington on New Year's Day, Wigan have marched triumphantly onwards. With a superhuman effort of 10 games in 30 days, they are now coming to the final moment of glory when, if they achieve 2 points tonight, they will be the true and worthy champions of the Stones Bitter Championship. And these northern players are fighting for their life tonight. They're not yielding the championship to Wigan. Wigan got to win one of the last 2 games. Hanging on to Richards and having a job pulling him down. Barraclough from behind the play of the ball. Pendlebury's broken through, as usual. He's so dangerous, turns it inside, and Northern are underneath the post. And Wigan have a mountain to climb. They're 8 points behind with 25 minutes of the first half gone. Now Northern's tails are up in this final seconds of this half as they move the ball out well across the field onto Furbank. Goes inside and he's downed. Wigan defence had time to go back. They're looking awfully thin on the Wigan right wing, and that's where they're attacking. And a long pass goes out the wing. They must be in. And Northern going for a try right on the stroke of half-time. These Northern forwards playing their hearts out now, hanging on to what they've got. And wide out to the right wing when he's turning down. Great run by Caudle. He has support inside. Wigan can't get up with him as he turns it in. And Wigan managed to stop them 5 yards out. And they're going to dive over. And that's 16 points. And that makes it 18. Well, that was a great try to Bradford Northern. On to Edwards. Edwards holding it. A long one out. Can Wigan get in at the corner? And the defence is still up to it. And a penalty to Wigan for offending in the tackle. Wigan take it quickly. And they've dived over. The referee going to give it. Dennis Betts gets Wigan's first try. Long one this for Botica. Couple of yards in from the touchline. It's the correct side for him. Stabs at it, he lifts it high, and the crowd are yelling yes! And it's over! A great kick! On to Gregory. Gregory trying to dance his way through, and he's bounced down. It's a penalty. Referee. None are very unhappy with that tackle. Calling over John Pendlebury. Going to book him. Yellow card. Bradford reduced to 12 men for that bad tackle on Gregory. And bang it over he does. No messing. 6 points in it now. One converted try. Wigan going to take the tap. Forward set, ready to take this on the burst. And it's over! Skerritt's over! What a powerful run! A great run by Skerritt! Tremendous effort! And now it's Northern who are wilting! Wigan now 2 points behind. With Botica, the kick to take, 12 yards in from the touchline. Missed one so far. Gets this and it's level. Then we could be seeing the drop goals coming up. Botica then stabs at it. And a yes! The yes! swells the crowd. The scores are levelled. Wigan 18, Northern 18. They're in the middle, getting ready again for a drop goal, and they're getting ever nearer. Let the ball go, and they've lost possession. And there goes the hoot out. Wigan players sink to the knees after this tremendous effort.
Well, that was a game that would have broken the hearts of lesser men. But these fine players from Wigan, though they must have been downhearted and dispirited and despondent at the end of that game, still went round the ground to acknowledge the wonderful support they'd had from their supporters as they fought it out in this tough battle. As we came to the end of the game, only a few inches prevented Wigan getting this coveted trophy, but we still live to fight another day, and I've no doubt that at Leeds on Saturday Wigan will be battling every inch to fulfil the wonderful spirit and support that they've had from this great Wigan crowd. 1 point at Leeds would ensure championship victory, but if Wigan were to lose, winners could snatch it with a big points win over Rochdale. So we joined the game with Wigan leading by 9 points to 2 after a try and a goal and 3 drop goals by Goulding.
Back. 5 tattles gone, says the referee. Wigan setting another drop perhaps. Goulding tries another drop, and he's got it! 10 points to 2. Well, Goulding is crucifying them with these drop kicks this afternoon. Betts running through from the play the ball, charging forward, nearly taking them over. Martin Dermott coming up now. Dummying, and it's over! Martin Dermott coming his way over. Well, Wigan getting right into the ascendancy now. 7 or 8 minutes still to go as the referee wipes off the time. Telling somebody else to play it and get on with the game. Plays it to Dermott. Dermott on to Lucas. Lucas charging forward. Wigan going for the line! And held just short. He scooted through there from half back. Betts. Referee gives it as Betts goes over. Well, that must be it. 20 points to 2. Well, these Wigan forwards have played their hearts out. None more so than Dennis Betts, who gets his just reward with that try. There goes the hooter. Wigan are once more champions. Right to the end of the season they've had to go. Done it they have. They must be a very happy team. They've had to play the guts out with an absolute glut of fiction. In the last one, they go off very, very proud players. Great victors over Leeds by 20 points to 6. Worthy champions of the Stones Bitter Championship.
£44,000 and championship medals for 1991.
And the cup held aloft by Wigan. Once again, champions of the league. And no doubt they'll be hoping to make it another in a fortnight's time, to make it cup champions, league champions, and after the summer holidays, world champions. A fantastic team performance by a great squad of players. When you realise how low we were a few seasons ago, it's been a tremendous achievement by you and your fellow directors.
Well, I think it's been a tremendous decade for the whole town, for the whole community, for the whole group of supporters, the coaches, everybody. There's no doubt about it. It's a culmination of a lot of hard work. But, you know, John here, he's got to take, along with the players, all the credit. I mean, this year has really put an emotional strain upon them, and he has a talent for calmness. I don't think it's calm inside, is it, mate? I don't think he sleeps much at night, you know, and I'm probably kicks his wife a few times now, but I know that his calmness just goes right through the dressing room, and it's a question of let's get the job done. So, yeah, we're proud for everybody, but our accolade definitely goes to the players and the coach.
Well, the last 35 days must have been rougher than the road to Calvary, but you've come through it with flying colours, haven't you?
Can I just interrupt? Would a lad from Australia know where Calvary is?
It's next to Wagga Wagga. It's been a hard 30-odd days for you, hasn't it, really?
Well, it has. I thought it was a mission impossible. I didn't think any rugby league side could do what we had to do, and so you've got to look back and say, well, everybody at the club, from the back room boys to the physio, to the doctor, to the stats people, to the coaching staff, the directors, and most importantly to the fans that came along and lifted the players when they really did need a lift, and then to the players, we've used 20 players or 22 players, and you know, it's a great feeling. It's great for the town, and I'm very happy for everybody at Wigan.
After the disappointment of Bradford, did you have any trepidation before today's game?
Well, I didn't think we were ready to play against Bradford, to be honest with you. I thought that we'd beaten our traditional rivals, and the other team that we see as the best team in the comp was one of the best teams in the comp in Widnes. And once we'd beaten Widnes, everybody was on a bit of a high, and then there's usually a letdown after that high. So. And then just before the game, we got the news that Kelvin Skerritt had been banned for 4 matches, which put a damper on things, and I didn't think we were ready to play on that night. I was, but for the character in the side, they came back after being down 18-2, and we got away with the draw. So that showed the character and the guts in the club from the players, and then we came here today and we're ready to play.
That was a great return to the first team for you today, wasn't it? You must have been thrilled with it. It was a wonderful performance.
Yeah, unbelievable comeback into the first team. But you can't go wrong with the kind of players what you got here at Wigan.
Were your drop goals a pre-match ploy, or was it on the spur of the moment inspiration?
Well, it's better coming away from the line with 1 point than no points, and if they go over, fair enough. If they don't, well, that's hard luck.
Had you any doubts at all before this game that...
No,
we were quite confident after going not
we had a good week.
Bradford.
Yeah, we had a good week's preparation this week. The attitude was right with all the lads in the dressing room before the game. The atmosphere was unbelievable. Out on the pitch, the atmosphere, a lot of positive talk, and I thought the lads, we had it won all the way through the game.
And you're all set for the World Championship now, are you, after the summer holidays?
Yeah, we will be set with Wembley first and then the World Championship.
Well, did you have any qualms or trepidation sitting on there watching that game today, Joe?
Not really. I think it just goes to underline the strength and depth that we're going to have, and the squad situation where players come in. Andy Grigg was injured. Bobby stepped up and did a tremendous job. Other players have come in during the week, and the 2 points was worth waiting for in the end.
You were quite confident that they were going to make it all through the game, were you?
I was, yeah. I took it to myself when a few drop goals went over. I think at the back of the mind there was a point difference somewhere along the way, but I was convinced that they'd do it, and the lads were tremendous today, especially when you consider the condensed fixtures they've had, and the way that they performed today was superb.
And away we go for this Wembley final. Wigan with the first touch of the ball. Now going to have to fight the way out of the 25. Here they come battering and bruising the way out. Probably be it. And right in the very first tackle, referee Jim Smith of Halifax signifies that in the tackle there was a swing. Neither side can afford to be giving away penalties. First kick, sure, 10 yards from the halfway line. Dermot onto Lucas. Lucas goes charging in. Betts waiting to take it. It's Betts who gets it, taking them over the halfway line. Wigan keeping it tight in the forwards in these early stages. Dermot moving it out, Gregory switching direction, and that was a towering tackle, and the St Helens forwards coming in hard, driving in as a pack and hitting the Wigan players. Edwards going to kick along the deck. That's a long raking kick, and that's a good kick by Edwards. Forces St Helens back into their own 25. 3 minutes gone. Gregory to feed the scrum, pack wheeling all over the place, and St Helens are going to be penalised for offside at the scrum.
Diving round at the scrum, Wigan had healed it, and somebody's opened the mouth, and another penalty's been given 10 yards nearer to the try line. Hanley calling for the ball. Is he going to give it to Botica? Wigan decided to kick for goal. 4 minutes 20 seconds of the game gone. St Helens, first of all, committing an offside infringement at the scrum, and then someone opened his mouth. Wigan getting ready to follow up quickly as he stabs at it and lifts it high and over. 5 minutes 11 seconds gone. Wigan into a 2-0 lead. Well, St Helens paid the price then for silly penalties. Hit to the Wigan 25. Anson, who takes the ball so well, drives up to the 25 line. Martin Dermott waiting behind the play of the ball. Platt, so strong and so powerful, drags 3 players with him a good 10 yards. Behind Dennis Betts, Wigan moving across and quick tackling. St Helens moving up very fast. Smother Edwards before he can get into his stride. St Helens all keyed up, lining up with the referee, coming in very, very quickly as Wigan. Gregory puts in a kick. Beavers having to chase it back a long, long way in his own 25. The blue and white line of defence moves up, and he's lost the ball, and Wigan have it. They're going for the line. Up to Myers. Myers is inside, and Myers has scored. Well, 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 what a disorganised set of St Helens were then. A long kick from Gregory down the field. Beavers had all the time in the world to pick it up. He decided he would run it out. He ran into the Wigan defenders. They hit him hard. He dropped the ball. Iro was there to snap it up. Got it out to Myers, and then he moved inside beautifully to make it now after 7 minutes. Wigan 6, St Helens 0. Gregory marshalling his men. First pass to Gregory it goes. Gregory hands it on. Wigan still driving it in among the pack. Edwards wanting it now from the first pass, but it misses out handling. It's Edwards who gets it. Wigan dummy in the way, tearing through, streaking down the wing. Can we get another try on here? And they go for the line. And they're in at the corner. Wigan have got in at the corner. Lovely break down the centre of the field. The left wing pair surging down. Make it now. Wigan 10, St Helens 0. Wigan running rampant, playing it very safe, playing it very steady, playing it to a pattern, keeping it tight among the fold, then the sudden dart coming through, and the three-quarters surging along at the side of them. And Botica finishing off well to ground it in the corner to make it now Wigan 10. St Helens 0, and Hanley hardly been in the play at all. Probably there for his psychological value. Striking terror into the hearts of these St Helens players. He's as dangerous without the ball as many players are with it. And he's kicked it! A fine goal by Botica. And no doubt, he's not the favourite for the man of the match, but quite often in these games, it's the man who scores the points. We're now into stoppage time as St Helens try to bring it away from their own 25 line. And there goes the hooter for a very one-sided. The referee says play on. He's not been taken. Wigan in terrible trouble in this last minute as they cover across. A kick overhead. Can Wigan make it dead? And Wigan have the ball over their own try line. And that's put down, and that's well. Well, what a thrill. Right on half-time. The hooter went as St Helens were breaking through down the middle. The first time they really threatened. The Wigan players hung back when they heard the hooter. St Helens kept going on within a hairbreadth of scoring. However, the players go off at the end of what's been all Wigan in the first half, and they're showing 12 points to 0 for it. Referee running up as Hanley dummies. Hanley going to have a run. Managed to keep the ball moving. Wigan not really lined out as Gregory turns it back inside. A Platt going forward. Wigan moving round in ever decreasing circles then. Go down in the 5th tackle. Gregory waiting to receive it. Tries a drop goal. He's hoisted it. And it's there. Drop goal to Gregory, making it now 13 points to Wigan. And the attackers finding it very hard to get in the strike, and there's an interception of ball still loose. St Helens going for the line, a long ball comes out to the wing. And St Helens get the first try. Looks a good one. And it's a beautiful kick. A goal to Bishop. Wigan to play the ball then. Goulding safely. Wigan trying to crash the way over the 25. Looked as if a swing went in. And the Wigan forwards have got the bit between the teeth. They put their head down, and they bash forward, and for the 4th successive year, records of records, Wigan once again, the Wembley winners of the Challenge Silk Cup final by 13 points to 8. Great roar of applause from Wigan. A wonderful moment for this great captain of Wigan's. Magnificent, there's the roar. Wigan's Cup once more. Honour and glory to what is the greatest of the present day teams. At both ends of the ground, spectators are staying. Even the St Helens spectators showing a great show of strength and appreciation. In fact, all before the game, from 11 o'clock on this morning, as the crowds were gathering, there was nothing but friendship and jollity and good spirit all around the outside of this stadium. Both sets of spectators mingling in the most friendly of manners. A credit to Rugby League. Is it any less satisfying now or more satisfying than when you first started?
I think it's more actually, because when I came this year I couldn't remember very much about it, and you know, this year, full credit to Saints, to give us a lot out of the game. I don't think we played as well as we can do, but you know, it's a final. Saints had a lot to prove, because they was pretty disappointing a couple of years ago. But full credit to the Saints boys. They kept telling us all week that they was going to. We kept reading in the papers that they was going to give us a lot out of the game. We didn't need telling. We knew they were motivated, but we came out and we proved. We got the 12 points on the board, and at the end it's always through.
I've enjoyed it this year, and I just can't believe that won the Landstad, really.
And you're going to have a well-earned rest now, are you?
I'm going to have the 3 months off and hopefully get fit again and look forward to next year.
And next season you'll go from strength to strength?
Hopefully so, yeah.
Well, Kevin, you must be going away with some wonderful memories of your Wembley appearances.
Yes, well, it was the greatest 4 years of my career to this date, and you know, I'm sad to be leaving, but in the end I feel that, you know, it's time for a break.
Which is your most memorable of these Wembley appearances?
Oh, there's no one, you know, they're all they just get better every year.
Well, you did run in the tries of one of them, didn't you? Really?
Oh yeah, but as long as we're winning, you know, I'm happy.
You've had a terribly hard season. You've come out with all the highest honours. Are you pleased?
Well, I certainly am. I didn't think it was a great spectacle today. The rugby league we played wasn't all that great, but we got the job done, and that's the program that the players have been through to win that championship in the last week, in the last game, and then come here to Wembley with the side that we came with today, with the very poor preparation that we had, and to win the trophy. I'm very proud of all the players.
Well, you're cracking all the records. Are you going to suggest we might have it 5, 6?
Well, they're great pros at this club, and a lot of good young players, and you know, we certainly want to be back here next year.
is the finale to a fantastic feast of rugby football, culminating in the 4th Wembley final. Perhaps next season we may see Wigan at Wembley again in their 5th consecutive final. And until next season, it is now goodbye.